Hey everybody. All right, I am driving into the office because I have appointments this afternoon until 6. And okay, we're back. I have to warn everybody about the disconnect that's going to happen when I'm leaving my subdivision. So I have about 15 minutes to talk a little bit about the commitment phobic man. So we're going to do a series, ladies. We're going to do a series of talks on the type of men you need to avoid like the plague. Okay, we're going to do a series of these talks. And I'm going to start with this one because this one shows up quite a bit. And he is oftentimes confused for the narcissist. And y'all love the narcissist, okay? So I'm going to actually do that one last because y'all claim everybody is a narcissist and they're not. Like, everybody is not a narcissist, okay? I know we have an epidemic of selfish people. We have an epidemic of, broken people. We have an epidemic of wounded people. But everybody's not a narcissist, y'all, okay? So today we're going to talk a little bit about the commitment phobic man and how initially he shows up as the man of your dreams. Like, this is the man, y'all, that will approach you, that will pursue you with fervor, right? He come to you. He's approached you. He's calling you. He's texting you. He's just enamored by you. And he wants to, show up as this guy that, oh my gosh, I've wanted a really great relationship with a wonderful woman. And oh my gosh, I'd like to be married one day. I'd like to be a dad one day, right? He's full of that. And like I said, what's so mind-boggling about this commitment phobic man, okay, is that, like I said, he comes on strong. He's the one that is pursuing you. And it's almost like this little game that as soon as he gets you in your feelings, as soon as he gets you in bed, as soon as he gets you, he becomes completely distraught. Like, he's full of fear because he's like, oh my gosh, I actually have the woman and I don't know what to do with her. This man is everywhere. This commitment phobic man is everywhere, and you need to avoid them like the plague, okay? I'm going to give you some tips on how to spot this man very soon and how to make sure you don't fall into this man's trap, okay? And the number one thing I'm going to ask you to do is take your time. Take your time. And to some extent, you're going to have to plug your ears, okay? Because the two things that this man will do is he will relentlessly pursue you. He will try to move that goalpost forward as quickly as he can, and he will tell you what you want to hear. Those are his two ways that he talks you out of your panties and talks you into being exclusive with him and committed to him. And he don't want that. He don't want that. He not going to be nobody's husband. Or if he does, I dated a commitment phobic man, y'all. This man had been married 3 times. So he may become your husband, but he won't stay your husband. Because this man is commitment phobic. Like, he wants to be in a relationship, but he doesn't have a clue how to do that. He doesn't have a clue how to be a good long-term partner, husband. He don't have a clue. And it's scary to him. I need you to understand this. So the commitment phobic man is full of fear. It's very scary for you to rely on him. It's scary for you to count on him. It's scary for him to make plans with you. This man, y'all, when I tell y'all, this man could not, okay, so it could be Friday. And I'm like, hey, I have this event on Saturday, and I'd love it if you would attend with me. I'd love it if we went as a couple. Well, let me see in the morning. Let me see, by the mid-afternoon. He could not make plans. Future plans, that was out. That was out. He would break into a cold sweat. I remember trying to plan a trip with this man, And you know, trips, you can't just up and show up at the airport the day of. You know, it just don't work that way, right? And if people got a job, if you got children, if you got real responsibilities, you can't take no trip just like that. Trips are something you have to plan, especially if you leave in the country. And y'all, when I tell you, it was like, oh God, it was so many red flags in that relationship. But I was like, you know what? Yeah, this man. But here's the thing. He will come on strong. Oh, this is another one, y'all. The commitment phobic man will call himself being vulnerable. Like he'll call himself, just pouring his whole heart out and just being vulnerable with you and just, telling you these things, and you fall for it. You think it's sincere. You think, oh my gosh, this man is like really opening up. He's really showing me his heart. No. That's all a part of it. And he will do that. He will definitely tell you what you want to hear. Oh, Lord. This commitment phobic man will tell you what you want to hear. But here's the marker. I would love to get married one day. I would love to have kids one day. I would love to move in one day. I would love to be exclusive and committed one day. Here's what he ain't going to add to that. With you. That's the part he going to leave out. I would love to get married with you. I would love to have kids with you. So I need you to notice that. Notice that it's something far off. It's something far off in the future. And it's not specific to y'all. It's not specific to you. It's just with anybody. Okay? So you got to be real careful about some of these signs of the commitment phobic man. Here's another one, y'all. He's been in relationships, right? Or he's been dating other women, and he will either tell you that these other women were the problem, that they had, they cheated on him, or they had all these problems. So he'll either tell you that, and that's his reason for, leaving, or these women leaving him, or he may even, in one of these vulnerable moments, he may even admit that he was the problem. That, I've just got problems. I'm so wounded. I've got problems with, my past, my childhood, my this, my that. Y'all, please don't fall for it. Do not fall for it. If a man has the gall to admit that he's the problem, I want you to believe that and say, you know what? Thank you so much. Thank you for, telling me that. And now I'm going to exit stage left. Like, no. Do not believe. See, this is where a woman gets in her ego. Do not believe that you are the special one to heal him. Don't get that broken bird syndrome. I know I'm the one that can heal him. I know I'm special. No, you're not. No, you're not. When it comes to this commitment phobic man, no, you're not. And see, we do that. We do that as women. We think that we're somehow different than every other woman that he's been with. We're somehow going to change him or turn him into something that he's not. And you're not. And you're not. This is where the ego work comes in. I'm so glad I finally done it, because now these broken birds come along, or these commitment phobic men, I just run. I run y'all for the hills. I'm like, I'm a therapist and I can't help you. I just be telling them, I can't help you, baby. No, I can't help you. You got to help yourself. I run for the hills. And I have some men that do seek me out because of what I do. They love that unconditional positive regard that I give. They love that I'm a good listener. But I don't fall for it, y'all. I be like, no, I can't do nothing with you. I pass. So just know you're not that special. And don't feel a way about that. I tell myself that all the time. I'm not that special. I'm not the woman to reform this man or change this man or turn. No, I'm just not. And I'm a professional saying this. So yeah, I want you to start saying that and thinking that. But women, we tend to fall in love with our ears, which means the man knows what to tell us. He knows what to say. And especially if he coming off as pseudo-sensitive, or, I'm vulnerable. My mom died when I was this age. And, I just haven't had a real female good role model in my life. Like, this the look I want y'all to give. That's it. Don't do nothing else but just give that look. Like, don't fall for the okie doke. Don't make that mean anything. right? And how about this? I'm going to go here. That could be true. Like the man I dated who was commitment phobic, everything he told me, I come to find out it was the truth. And still, it doesn't mean what you think it should mean. It still does not mean that that man can't commit, that he is so broken and so wounded that he can't be a good man to you. Like it still doesn't mean anything. Like we want it to mean something, but it doesn't. Sorry, it doesn't. So, you gotta be honest with yourself and honest with him and just be like, okay, so your mama died when you was 8 and, you know, you haven't had a good, strong female role model and that's really like messed you up emotionally. Okay. And I get that. I receive that. However, that doesn't mean that I'm the best fit for you. That doesn't mean, it doesn't mean anything. It just means you have more work to do. You might not be ready, but don't fall for it, y'all. This commitment phobic man, he's running more rampant than the narcissist. Y'all think everybody's a narcissist and they're not. The commitment phobic man is the one you need to be real keen about because like I said, he'll come off as Prince Charming. He'll pursue you to the ends of the earth. And then when you fall for him, he will leave you high and dry. And these men are notorious for ghosting, for just, leaving. And you've been in a relationship with them. They will just leave. You could have been engaged and they will just leave. Like that's how serious it is. They have physical symptoms of anxiety when it comes to, oh my gosh, now I have to be responsible. Now I have to actually do all the things I said I was going to do. And little did the woman know, I was just saying that. It just sounded good at the time. That's how I felt at the time. But these men cannot be real good and true long-term partners. They can't. I had a question real quick. Have you gotten therapy? Yes, I have. I have a therapist. The therapist has a therapist. I have been in and out of therapy for varying reasons since I was 24. So that's 30 years. 30 years, y'all, in and out. And remember, therapy is not meant for you to be in it forever. You go there when there's some stuff you want to process, and then when you done. Then you may go back. If you have a divorce or a breakup, you get over that, you done. Then you may go there, and on and on and on. It is a resource that you are to use on and off kind of throughout your life, right? I have clients that I eventually wind up having to fire because I say, look, you've been here 6 months. You seem to be doing a lot better. Your anxiety's better. You're managing your depression well. It's not meant for you to stay in therapy forever. And a lot of people feel a way about that, but it's the truth. Like there's no reason for you to keep coming here week after week after week and you're doing better. Here's the reality, you all. Life is hard. Life is just hard. Okay. And so, yeah, you're going to deal with hard stuff. And this is not the only time that you're going to deal with stuff. There's stuff that I dealt with in my life that I had to go to therapy for and kind of process. There was stuff that happened in my life that I didn't go to therapy for because I, as a grown up, know that life is hard. Life is hard. That's it. Like everything doesn't require, sitting on someone's couch. Life is just hard. Like I realize that. So I do help people to realize that too, that, there are going to be times where, yes, you need that unconditional positive regard. You need that party in your life that doesn't, know you personally, and that person's going to listen. That person's going to affirm you in your story. And then there's times where you're like, man, that sucked. And that's it. So, But yeah, y'all. This non-committal man, y'all need to be on the lookout. This non-committal man to me is running rampant. Do you give men feedback? Oh, yes, I do. I have several men in my practice, and y'all will be so proud. Y'all will be so proud of me if you saw some of the things that I say to these men. When you decide that you don't want to move forward because of these signs, do you tell them what your concerns are, or do you just say it's not going to work? It really depends, right? So you're talking personally. If I'm dating a man personally, it really depends. If I feel like the man could benefit from me being honest, then I'm honest. But y'all, can I be honest with y'all? There's some men out here, it ain't gonna matter what I say. It ain't gonna matter what I say, how I say it, what I do. They not ready. They not ready to have a real conversation. Those men, I don't even waste my breath or my time or my energy. I go, you know what? We're not a good fit for each other. And I keep it moving. But there have been some men that I felt like, you know what? I think they can receive this. And I tell them, and based on the feedback I get, I'm like, okay, I was right. They were ready. Like they wanted to hear. And definitely if they ask, like if a man asks you, tell him. Even if there's some men that have asked me and I knew they wasn't ready. I knew they wasn't ready to hear no truth, but I gave it because you asked. So if they ask you, please tell them. Please tell them what it is, okay? Because I know I do. Oh, Lord. So I just briefly wanted to jump on here and talk about this, but that non-committal man, see, so many women, you're running into that non-committal man, that man that will tell you what you want to hear. He will pursue you relentlessly. He will make you think you're the woman of his dreams. But as soon as you fall for him, he's out. He's out. And he has probably had a series of situations like this. He's been doing this for a while because there's a part of him that just can't commit. It just can't commit. It's like committing is scary. And settling down and being with one woman is scary to him. So he's just not going to do that. He's not going to do that. So I think this man is more prevalent than the narcissistic man. And again, he will sometimes look, he will look like a narcissist, but he's not. He's just a commitment phobic man. Okay. So we're going to start addressing some of these men that you need to avoid at all costs. I'm going to tell you how to determine if that man is in fact, like in this case, non-committal, and then what you need to do. So time across all of these men that I'm telling you, so time is just your best friend. Time is your best friend. I've been telling y'all this forever. If you rush or if you let a man rush you, that's a bad idea. Time is always your best friend when it comes to determining, okay, is this guy a guy that I really want to be with? A guy that can really be with me, that can be all that I need him to be? Time is your friend, okay? Time is your friend. Take your time. All right. I am headed into the office. I got 7 minutes to sit down at my desk and get myself together. Thank you, ladies, for joining me today. And as always, stay open to love.